Hey everyone, my name is Luke Fisher, and me and my friend Darren Baldwin have built the ultimate Pomodoro timer. For those of you who don't know what a Pomodoro timer is, it's based around the Pomodoro method, which essentially states that work should be broken up into 25-minute chunks with 5-minute breaks in between. Then every once in a while we can afford to have a 15-minute break instead of a 5-minute break, if only we've been extra productive. So with this in mind, we built a web app based around this concept that's built to track and improve your productivity habits through insightful data analytics. So let's check it out. First, we're greeted by a login page where we put in our unique user ID. So let's say the user that I'll log in as is Jay, and we've already preloaded some data for this specific user ID for these testing purposes. And then you'll notice here in the timer, instead of 25 minutes, we only have 5 seconds. That, once again, is just for testing purposes. And for the short break, instead of being 5 minutes, it's 3 seconds, and the long break is now 10 seconds. So let's test it out. First, let's say we got our work done, and let's say we go through an entire session without any interruptions. And then it'll move us straight on to our short break, which will be 3 seconds. And then after this short break, it'll move us back to Pomodoro. Now, you'll see down here, we've got some interactive graphs that we can play around with here. So first, you'll notice that the session count, we track the number of sessions per day. So the session count has gone up by 1, and then first session, as indicated by the 1 down here, has 0 breaks. So let's do a second session. Let's say this time around a quarter way through we get interrupted by one of our friends giving us a call. So we take the call, have a 10-minute conversation. Then let's say about halfway through our session, then we need to go and get a snack. And then finally 3/4 of the way through the session, we have something else that we need to do that pops up that distracts us from our work. So finally we complete out the session, and then we take our break. And then after this break, you'll see that the data has now imported. So now, instead of having 0 breaks, we now have 3 breaks instead of that 0, which we really should have no distractions during a productive work session. And you'll see that the pauses today has been updated as well. And then also, the session number has also been updated. So with this in mind, let's do one more test case. Let's say we go nuts this time. Let's say we had like 10 interruptions, so many interruptions that it just was not productive at all. This would really indicate that we need to have better habits, but this will be brought out by our tracking right here. So now you'll see that we have 10 breaks, and the total pauses today is 13, and then the number of sessions is 3. So this is the general concept of Pomo. There's definitely an app that we want to build out a little bit more. Just some technical data. This was built in React.js for its front end, and it's powered by a database known as Supabase for the back end. And then other than that, it is hosted on pomotime.tech. If you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. Thank you so much.